Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining me for this week's weekly energy forecast for the week, the 27th of February through to Sunday, the 5th of March. So let's see what the cards have to tell us each day this week. Monday, the 27th of February, gives us the cards Clairvoyance. The Archangel Raphael says, I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so that you can clearly see heavenly love. When I tap into this card, the first thing that my attention is drawn to would be these chakra colors that I see displayed on the one that is holding. So I would say for those of you that are so inclined, perhaps make sure that your chakras are balanced, clean, cleared, and all in alignment, and that way your material life tends to work out a little bit better as well. So as an example, that would be if your root chakra is out of alignment, you may be having financial issues or relationship issues or feeling insecure or unsafe in some way. When your root chakra is in alignment, you feel able to provide yourself with a sense of safety. You maybe find solutions to be able to provide yourself with some financial security, and maybe you don't take offense with things that, or you're open to receive or understand somebody else's point of view in a relationship. So those very briefly are ways that chakras can influence our material life. The card also tells me that now is a good time for you to create a clear picture of what you want in your reality to look like. And you would do this so that you can give your body, mind, energy a very clear instruction and also a goal to work towards, because we all know that everything needs to start in your mind. So you need to see it in your mind before you can see it in your life. Now that is one of the Hermetic principles, and it's a principle of mentalism, that in order to see it in your life, you need to be able to clearly see it in your mind first. So all things are mind first. They're also telling me through this card that it would be a good time for you to, open your eyes and keep your eyes open for signs of maybe new opportunities or things working out for you in a way that benefits you to maybe know about before it even happens. So there I would say, listening to your intuition. If somebody shows you, or if you see something or you hear something, or you get an inkling about something, just file that under. That's interesting. We'll just keep that in mind while we get on with our lives and see how it pans out. So for some of you, it could be in business where something might happen and you think, oh, that's a little bit strange that person said that, or that they say they got so much money, but they always leaving their wallet behind so that they never have to pay. Those little things, and they're just saying open your eyes, because you are being more aware of, even though you might be overriding it, you are actually aware of a whole lot of information that you may be discarding to your detriment. So that's Monday. Keep your eyes open. So this looks like it's going to be an interesting week if we just go on that. But if you keep your eyes open, it will be a good one. So let's see what Tuesday has in store for us. Tuesday's card is the Archangel Chamuel, beloved one. And he says, I'm helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationships. Well, that's great for you guys that are in relationships or looking for relationships, or somehow going through the interacting with your relationship sector. But this can also be business relationships, financial relationships, and also your relationship with yourself, your health, your money, your family. So I would say, based on this card, that your guides and your angels are busy helping you in your daily life to improve all relationships and situations. I would also say that if you feel that you need or want or would benefit from any help, just ask for it. Because it does seem that the Archangel Chamuel is saying, we're here. If you need us, we're here, just ask. The same way as we say to our friends, listen, if you need someone to chat to, just give me a call. Or if you need some help, just let me know. If you need a sounding board, to vent, just drop me a line. So they're basically just saying, we're open to help you, but we're not going to push ourselves on you. If you want help, you can ask for it. We're here to help you, but we respect you enough not to override your boundaries. So they're just saying here, be open to, to giving and receiving love in multiple ways, whether that is support or whether that is help or whether that is just a listening ear. It comes through in a variation of ways. And they're also just talking about the vibration of love as being not non-judgmental. And because it's non-judgmental, it's a very high vibe, which is very healing. So, if you need the love, or support from the other side, from the angelic realm, it's there, and it's non-judgmental, and it will love you, heal you, and support you. And if you offer that same sentiment to your own friends or those that you can identify as struggling or needing a little bit of motivation or inspiration, or just somebody's standing next to them while they go through their stuff and figure it out, well, there's that too. But then remember, we always also on the giving end of that, so if you're needing what you are quite comfortable giving out, maybe you need to understand the same way as you don't judge when you offer your help, other people don't judge either. So there we go. Angels and guides are helping you on Tuesday. So that seems like a good thing. Let's see what Wednesday has in store. Wednesday, the 1st of March, and we have the card Spiritual Understanding with the Archangel Raziel. And the quote there is, I'm bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you to understand spiritual truths, with that beautiful white dove there above all of the sacred geometry symbols, the seed of life and the Merkaba, which is the foundations of pure potential. So that's a lovely card that comes up for us on the first day of a month. And I have to say, when I look at that card, it just brings to mind that never before has it ever been so obvious to me that we are all living in and creating our own versions of realities. I mentioned to a friend the other day that when I look around, it really does seem to me that everybody is living in a very unique little bubble of reality. And that's why people are having misunderstandings, because their bubble of reality is different to the other person's bubble of reality that they've created for themselves. And we get so frustrated because we try and tell them what's true in our bubble of reality, but they just don't see it because they're literally living in a different reality to what we are. So this card just tells me that, knowing that and paying attention to the signs and symbols and messages that you get, that you can actually help yourself to maybe tweak your own reality while allowing others to live in the reality that they've created for themselves, and give them the respect to be able to tweak or change or just enjoy. Sometimes they're not enjoying the reality, but they don't want to do anything to change. So there's that ease in their discomfort. But whatever it is, to have respect for yourself and others, to say, well, you can't see the proverbial elephant from where they're looking at it, because maybe they're not looking at the elephant, maybe they're looking at something completely different, and which is why you're getting so frustrated. So by you increasing your awareness, you can and you will bring through different results and rewards that are unique and specific to the reality that you create, that's right for you in your reality bubble. But like I say, Others might be living a different reality bubble and looking at a different animal completely. And I think that's where half of our miscommunications come up. And so just know that on this Wednesday, a work day, if somebody comes to you with some weird, information where you look at them as if they've grown an extra head, get them, instead of saying, "Are you daft?" That really doesn't, it doesn't exist that way. Ask them for information to be able to explain to you what it is that they're seeing from their perspective, with the intention of glimpsing into their reality or seeing things from their side of realities for a bit, rather than just judging them that they're wrong. So that's quite sage advice for a Wednesday. Let's see what Thursday has in store. Thursday, the 2nd of March, gives us the card Prioritize with the Archangel Metatron. And the card says, focus on your highest priorities. I will help you to get organized and motivated. Well, motivated and organized, I would say, is a good thing to be on any day of the week. And the card just reminds me that you can't pour from an empty cup. So I would definitely say prioritizing your health and your happiness would go a long way at this stage. And I do feel that you can do this more effectively when you know who you are. Who are you? What do you actually want? Not what you think you want, but what you actually want. And also what you're prepared to do in order to get it. Energy flows where your focus goes. So it might be a good time to take control of your schedule, your emotions, your health, and implement some budgets, physical budgets, time budgets, focus budgets. So there's so many budgets besides financial budgets that you can implement. And then also the discipline that can be implemented during those budget times in order for you to, get some good results out. So sometimes, the example there is sometimes we can spend 3 hours sitting at our desks, not getting anything done. But then there are other times where we just focus and we go, right, we're under some pressure, or you need to get this done, or whatever the case is. We sit down, we get focused, we get disciplined, and we get that 3-hour thing done in half an hour. So they're just saying you need to utilize what you've got a little bit more effectively. If you need help with that, the archangels are prepared to help you, but there is a definite thing of prioritizing. Even financially, prioritize your budget, prioritize your time. What is most important? If the kids are misbehaving because, they're maybe needing a little bit more attention, well, maybe when you're around them, you need to give all of your attention to them so that they don't need as much, so that you can budget some different time where you can then focus on your social life or your phone or your work or your whatever. So knowing what your priority is in that moment will help you to be more effective with your time. Otherwise, trying to multitask, everybody suffers and everything suffers. So I do think that is a very good guidance for how to work a little bit more effectively on Thursday, the 2nd of March. So let's see what Friday and the weekend holds. Friday, the 3rd of March, gives us the card Gentleness with the Archangel Sandalphon. Be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. When I look at that card, the words that come up for me is, if criticizing hasn't worked, try encouraging. So it comes across very strongly to me that you can be strong and assertive and a good leader while you're also being gentle, because compassion for others also needs to include yourself in order for it to be compassion. Otherwise, it's just a duty. So it might be a good day for you to take things a little bit slowly and maybe to measure your responses to the world around you. Maybe consider responding rather than reacting, and do whatever it is that you need to do to steer clear of drama and time wasting and effort wasting. So if you approach life a little bit more gently this Friday, and being a little bit more gentle maybe with your co-workers or your family or your children or whoever it is that you're spending time with today or over the next few days, that you'll benefit from it, because we live in a world where our stress levels are so high, and they're kept high with the news. And in South Africa, we have the load shedding schedules, and there's just so much drama that goes on so much of the time, that we need to remember to, as yesterday's card said, to prioritize our health and our happiness. And sometimes we need to prioritize a bit of gentleness. We don't always need to be in that masculine, assertive, action orientated go go go. Sometimes we can be in the gentle, more passive, feminine of, let's just take a moment to regroup and regather and reassess before we start implementing again. So that's what comes up for Friday. So let's see what the weekend holds in store for us. So the weekend, Saturday the 4th and Sunday the 5th of March, gives us 2 cards. The first being healthy lifestyle, with Archangel Raphael saying, eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. Relationship harmony, with Archangel Raguel, says, we angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. I always say to those that I come across that everybody knows what they need to do in order to feel better about themselves and their situation. So you're really being encouraged by their first card to implement what it is that would make you feel better. You don't need lectures about what to eat, when to eat, how to eat it, how much water to drink. But if you just use your common sense and you do what it is that that you need to do, or that your body feels better after you have done it, then do that, because your life and your body always works better when you're feeling better. So, and there isn't a person on the planet that doesn't know what it is that they actually need when they're being honest to each other, to themselves and others. And that when you're feeling better about yourself, then obviously you deal with your relationships a little bit better as well. So the second card, just reminds me that all relationships go through cycles, cycles of joy and growth, and sometimes some misunderstandings, and other times a little bit of compromise. But nothing is stagnant within a relationship, and that relationship, whether it's with a loved one or friends or family or business partners, whatever that, or even with ourselves, whatever that relationship may entail, and whoever it happens to be with, they all work on pretty much the same basis, because none of us are exactly the same from the moment that we wake up in the morning till when we close our eyes at nighttime. We have hormones and stress and fatigue and time pressures and all sorts of external influences that can influence the way that we deal with ourselves and each other and our circumstances. But I just feel here that, if all parties focus on creating a peaceful and supportive relationship, then everybody will benefit, because quiet communication is way more effective than high drama and frustrated yelling. I mean, we know that. The louder the voice, the more your ears close. So if you are maybe struggling with a bit of communication, or to get through to somebody, or to understand somebody, maybe ask the questions, and perhaps it's a good time for you to start with things like, this is when you say that, this is what I hear, am I correct? And that gives them a non-judgmental way of correcting you and explaining exactly what it is that they are trying to get through to you, that maybe you just misunderstanding and reacting on something that's actually a misunderstanding in the first place. So I do feel that by you taking control this weekend and just maybe relaxing a bit or catching up on some sleep or some socializing or whatever it is, changing your diet or, reducing your sugar intake or increasing your water intake, whatever it happens to be, that I do feel that that is what's going to get there's those chakras again, get those chakras back into balance and alignment. And if you look behind this angel, we've got what looks like a rainbow to me, and it just gets everything working perfectly in harmony. And she's carrying a bouquet of flowers, which again just says to me, you'll get your rewards. So that's it for this week. Sounds like a good one to me. So you take care, stay blessed, and we'll see you again. Bye for now.